Oh, yeah. Oh, live from the workbench. Shop Talk Podcast. Hope everybody had a good week. Safe Memorial Day. We have some Roseanne Barr Twitter news. No guitar this week, by the way. I know a lot of people were telling me to play the guitar. It's too late. And I'm not that kind of neighbor. Got some J.R. Smith swish. Cleveland Cavalier NBA Finals news. Cut this shit off. And a green card story. And I apologize for the noise because these apartments are goddamn killing me. And we've got Alexa. Oh, yeah. In that order is how we're going to do all this. And if you don't want to listen to all this goodness, you can skip to the last 2 minutes and maybe 20-some seconds for what's for dinner and its country-style barbecue pork ribs recipe. And we're going to go right into the Roseanne Barr Twitter madness. And Alexa, what did Roseanne Barr tweet about?
On Tuesday, May 29th, Roseanne Barr sent a series of controversial tweets about Valerie Jarrett. In response, ABC canceled Barr's newly rebooted sitcom Roseanne, stating that her tweets were distasteful and inconsistent with company values. Roseanne has since released numerous other tweets expressing remorse for her actions.
You guys all know about it. Yeah.
Who the fuck said that?
Roseanne said that. And I said, have a good and safe Memorial Day. I know she didn't because I know she got drunk on Monday. So who said that?
Who the fuck said that?
Yeah, I'll get over that. So on Tuesday, May the 29th, Roseanne sent out tweets about Valerie Jarrett. And, I'm going to get drunk and take an Ambient and get on Twitter with a fake burner account. And I don't think I mentioned this in there, but Coangelo, if that is true about him, even if it's not true, I think his job's over. I think maybe the fact that his father has got a big-time position, has been around the league for years, and he's been around the league for years. Oh, I know that's NBA news, but I want to get to it. But I know you guys don't want to hear all about that. So, and from what I heard Roseanne tell Joe Rogan, was she thought Valerie was Jewish. And if you look at her, you kind of get that a little bit. And she didn't know that she was black. If you see a picture of her, please Wikipedia her. And this is Valerie Jarrett. And no offense to Valerie, but if she could have played in... I can't even read this right. But she could have played in Planet of the Apes. Mark Wahlberg could be her son. You got that look. And I'm not trying to cover this up for Roseanne. She said she was drunk, which I believe it was Memorial Day, even though it happened on a Tuesday, which Alexa says that. Just that night, she took an Ambient and had no recollection of tweeting, which is very possible. I know one person that used to take Ambient on the regular and almost burnt her house down. She took Ambient and made some brownies and fell asleep, and then basically smoke started coming out of the oven. But you got to remember, if you ever made brownies, it takes a while to make some brownies. And no one in their right mind would try to accomplish that. Look, her thing is she's a comedian. And, Oh, you hear that? That's the neighbor's shit going down the tubes. Comedians can't, comedians can't comedians still make jokes? Are jokes supposed to be politically correct? No. And the other people on that show shouldn't be punished. The woman that plays Darlene, Sarah Gilbert, did a lot of work getting the show back together. These people, it's like your career is over if you say or do anything, even if it's accusations, like Morgan Freeman, was 50. He just turned 81, 50. He was 80. Now he's 81. Women accusing him, 7 to 8 women, of some form of harassment. How in the hell are you supposed to tell a woman, I can't even write this shit right, let alone say it, that you like her, or you simply just want to fuck? A little off the subject, but the world's crazy right now. All the hate, and a lot of people might think it's backlash, but it's a lot of hate. A lot of the comments, I don't know. I used to get hated on by a lot of black guys because I used to date a lot of black women. And I could say, well, I dated a lot of black women. Who do you think hated on me? Yeah. I mean, and then a lot of my friends were black guys, playing blues music. Who the hell else are you going to be friends with? If she supported Barack Obama, maybe this might be a little different. I know she's a huge Trump supporter, and I'm not. And I know all that doesn't matter. And I'm not here to talk politics, and I'm not defending her, but I just don't think in this day and age, anytime you do something, if you're somewhat, have some clout, some, notoriety, you're famous, you're a comedian, you can't say anything anymore, and it's wrong, especially being a comedian. So I'm really disappointed in America. Anyways, I'm serious. Even a couple years ago, I used to say, you can't say anything anymore. A year ago, I said something in front of a customer, and she goes, was that harassment? Which I wasn't even talking to her, or I wasn't even talking about her or to her. I looked at her and said, it's all harassment. What if the Henny God and what if the Henny God and J.R. Smith, no, what if the Henny God, J.R. Smith, and Roseanne had a baby? Oh, God, that would be great. But, I mean, you can't say anything anymore. It's kind of bullshit. Look at the woman, Valerie Jarrett. And she's got all these bills that are going through right now, trying to put these bills through. She could have been on Planet of the Apes. I'm just saying. And that's not racist at all. If she was white and she still looked the same way, I would say the same thing. I mean, she could be Mark Wahlberg's mama. Anyways, on to the Henny God himself. A lot of people have been giving him shit, and I feel bad for him. He's not a bad player. Yes, he's a streaky shooter. Streaky, actually, on the NBA side of things, means good. Means he could catch on fire. It doesn't mean you can't shoot. It just means sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're not. And I always used to think streaky, all that meant bad. No, it's not a bad thing. It means you can get hot. And granted, he's my age. Ay. And you got this video, which I thought was great, but of JR actually passing the ball, or not passing the ball, out to LeBron, but him actually running out and getting a bottle of Hennessy and coming back into the game. That's fucking brilliant. But, just people talking and trashing him on Twitter and YouTube, I think it's just, it's bullshit. Who cares if the guy looks like he's high half the time? He used to be a great dunker back in the day. And anybody who is somewhat athletic knows it's a lot harder to jump as you get older. But he's not a bad player. I'm just sick of it. So Dustin Fox, 37 on Twitter, says, I'm about to vomit again. He used to play for the Buckeyes, Dustin Fox, 37. That was his number. And he was a football player. And he played for a few years in the NFL. But, you got to go back to, which I'm not even listening to that guy's Twitter account. What if George Hill made both of the free throws? Earlier in the game, what if someone actually missed a free throw made another one? A lot of things, it's all bullshit. This is not like he was Chris Webber and he's calling the last timeout that they don't have, making a huge mistake. They didn't lose the game right then. They still went into overtime. Everybody's got to remember all this stuff. Yes, they lost it in overtime. They lost the game because of some bad calls, and we're going to get right into that. This recording program, I swear. Should probably get one of them Zooms or something. Zoom handheld jobs. What? Yeah. That's how I feel when I fucking, it won't work right. Anyways, so, just saying. Did Tyronn Lue, did he try to call a timeout? You could go into a bunch of different scenarios. I listened to his press conference, so I know. I don't think he did. Can't you just go I know the player needs to call a timeout. In all the scenarios, he's not the reason why they lost the game, okay? Maybe a small part of it. But he's also a reason why they tied the game. He played great. He shot great. He played great D. Listen. It was the ref's bad calls. The charge call on LeBron, he clearly was outside the restricted area. Clearly. And how the rule states, it's fucking beyond me. So all you Cleveland Cavalier fans, which I always say that I'm the best Cleveland Cavalier fan. I'm sick of people just complaining, and this is all over the nation, about J.R. Swish. So, then I have some other stuff here. So at 9:40 into the second quarter, I thought, how long can we keep this going? The third quarter, which is what Golden State's known for. And I was right. The donkey, Draymond Green, is a dirty player, and we've talked extensively about this. The donkey, that's what he looks like. No, he's not on Planet of the Apes, but he looks like it. Looks like he's a donkey, not like Planet of the Apes. Jesus Christ. The whole J.R. Swish and Roseanne having a baby is screwing me up here. So, when J.R. Swish had a great hustle D play against Klay Thompson, it was not a dirty play. He was going for the ball against Klay. And unlike Green, the donkey, trying to use LeBron's head as a bowling ball as he stuck his fingers into LeBron's eyes. Yeah. LeBron, when asked after the game, and he didn't say this at all, but he should say, after the game about the bad calls from the refs, should just say, rather than being fined for commenting on refs' bad calls, I'll donate $50,000 to charity of the NBA choice. And that's what they should do with all the fine money. And at the end of the game, when Draymond was flapping his arms like a chicken, and I know everybody out there has seen it, they should have thrown him out for taunting. And they didn't. They just looked at him. The ref just looked at him. And for part of it, the ref wasn't looking at him because he was reffing. He's doing his thing. And he just kept fucking doing it. Their fans make me motherfucking sick. I can't stand their fans. And I used to like Klay Thompson a lot. I don't really like them. They just all talk shit. I mean, at the end of the game, you've seen Steph Curry. It's a girl's name. Seth is his brother. You've seen him talking shit. You've seen Klay talking shit. Whatever. By the way, fuck Draymond Green. That donkey-looking son of a bitch. I was saying all night, punch him in the face. You know? And if I was Tristan Thompson, at the end of the game with what happened, yeah, he could have decked him right in the face. He just kind of nudged him with the ball. It wasn't that bad. And the foul on Tristan Thompson wasn't that... He didn't go out of his... He didn't go out of his way. For one, no one talks about this. Tristan Thompson, and I can't think of his goddamn name, but he's a good player. Come on. He played with Cleveland Cavaliers. He played with Tristan Thompson. Oh, he's a 6'7" guard. Point guard. He's a tall point guard. He's not played as a point guard that much anymore. Oh, Jesus, it's going to drive me nuts. I know his name. I used to watch him. Hell, they almost beat the Heat when Cleveland was on there, and they were going. The Heat had a huge, long streak. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I even know, I can tell you a lot of different things about the guy. And I can't think of his fucking name. It doesn't matter. I don't have it written down here. But if I was Tristan Thompson at the end of the game, you know, yeah, he could have decked him right in the head or whatever. And he didn't. He didn't nudge him with the ball. Yeah, he pushed it in his face, but he should have done it a lot fucking harder. I'd have been like, you know, I'm with a Kardashian, bitch. And I would have smacked his ass and fucking yelled fucking dice. What the hell was that? Yep, great. I'm going to have to edit that out. That's not going to happen. Anyways, I would have yelled darkness. Because that motherfucker's dark. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know? What a week in racism. Not that I'm condoning it. I'm just saying. This is a crazy, fucked up world. At least America. I wouldn't say world. But it is a crazy world, too. But all the Warriors players taunting our players, it's just bad sportsmanship. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I can get one more of these in here. And I'm going to keep that in there. I'm not editing it out. And yeah. I hope you guys have a good week, and I appreciate you guys listening. And look forward to the next finals game tomorrow. Or today, if you don't listen to it today. And check us out on iTunes. Like and subscribe, and leave a review if you get a chance. Thank you. You guys have a good weekend. Thanks for listening. And let's see it one more time. Oh,
Where's
yeah.
my cat?
Who the fuck said that?
I like that.
Who the fuck said that?
Roseanne said that. And Draymond Green said it. Let's put you guys out for the weekend. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Can it be that it was all so simple?
was all so simple then?
Ain't no changing what's left.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Because we all race against death.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Got me thinking, I remember the time.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Ain't no changing what's left.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Because we all race against death.
Yeah, green card. To the green card story. I keep forgetting to do this every week, and I almost just forgot it, and you guys aren't going to know this unless I tell you, but I don't have to go back and edit it, the last portion, because I started playing the old song at the end of the podcast, and I almost forgot. Oh, and the green card story, I want to say that I'm drinking my Mexican beer with a little bit of lime in it, and I don't want to say their name on the podcast or anything, but I'm sure you can guess what it is, and that might be racist, but I don't care. We're going along with the same story that we keep going along with. It's the Roseanne Barr and J.R. Swish had a baby, and maybe Valerie Jarrett could be Mark Wahlberg's mama. Yeah, I know it's wrong. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so on to the green card story. The clickbait story. And I need to add in a few things here and there so you guys can understand the green card story. And my wife wanted me to edit this so you wouldn't know who I was talking about, and halfway through I changed it up. Yeah, all the reporters go like this. Gotta get my lines right, and I won't. So I've been married to my lovely 100% Guatemalan wife for 4 years. That's incorrect. It's 3 years. But she's not listening. She had this pimple in her ear. Anyways, right on the cartilage, hurt like a bitch. And she told me I could talk about it on the podcast, so I'm going to. Anyways, we dated for 2 years prior to this. So up until sometime last year, someone in my family thought my wife was Mexican. Oh no. I forgot to mention my wife was born here in LA, South Central LA. Yeah. And this person has a 4-year teaching degree. 4 years. I only have a high school education. And at no point when I met my wife, until I asked her what her descent was, did I assume anything. To tell you the story, I have to add in a few things, so everybody, maybe I already said that. So me and my beautiful wife had a baby about 9 months ago. 10 months ago. He's corrected. We'll get further into that in another podcast. I didn't know what corrected meant. He's a preemie. My wife goes to this person's house to pick up my older son, who's almost 8. My wife has a thick accent, but is fluent in both languages. So my wife says to my sister, okay, it's my sister, says to my sister, the baby had a longer piece of hair, but she had cut it off and put it in a greeting card to me. That's me. My sister then says, green card? He doesn't need a green card. Though, because he was born here, right? I then asked my wife if, because she's telling me the story, if my sister knew that she was born in LA. She said no. I'm pretty sure my sister with the teaching degree doesn't even know that she was born here and how the whole concept works. I'm living around people that don't think much about anything. That's why I'm sure everyone just assumes she's Mexican. It's like assuming I'm Canadian. I never assumed anything about anyone, especially working downtown Columbus, Ohio. Small town, small-minded. There's more to the story. but disappointment kept me from listening to the whole thing. I don't know. A lot of people just assume that, especially in Columbus. It doesn't really bother me, but, being around other people, I don't assume anything, Oh, with that, I'll take a drink of my Mexican beer. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. And have a good week coming up. I appreciate you listening. Like and subscribe. We're on iTunes. That's right. Check us out on iTunes. And be safe out there.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Got me thinking, I remember the time.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Ain't no changing what's left.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Because we all race against death.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Got me thinking, I remember the time.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Ain't no changing what's left.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Because we all race against death.
This is What's for Dinner on the Shop Talk podcast. And what are we having tonight? We're having some country-style barbecue pork ribs, and it's on the cheap. This is for the oven and the grill. The condiments will cost you more than the ribs will cost you. And I don't know why they call these ribs, because they're not. I was told that they're part of the pork shoulder. The ingredients will be listed in the description below. First thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 325. Your cook time is 60 minutes in the oven and 15 minutes on the grill. You want to place these on a cookie sheet. I like to line mine with foil for easy cleanup, and also season with salt and pepper and your favorite barbecue rub. I get the packet of the McCormick, I believe it's the Memphis barbecue rub, and I put it in a shaker. It looks like the little taco packets you get, but it's $1. Compared to the other rubs, it's super cheap if you get something already in a shaker. So all you need is, for your sauce, is 4 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. Any will do. 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. Also 2 tablespoons of ketchup. 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. And also 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Or Worcestershire sauce. However you like to say it. And a couple splashes of your favorite hot sauce. I went with Louisiana hot sauce. After they have cooked for 60 minutes in the oven, you want to put them on the grill, set on low for 15 minutes. And after 5 minutes, start basting them with the barbecue sauce you made. Just to get some grill marks on them. And that's what's for dinner. It's on the cheap. Everybody, thanks for listening, and I hope you guys have a great week.